What is up? Oh, what is up, good people? It's your boy PA. You are now tuned into the shop. And finally, today, we're back where this all started. Rebuilding the carbs, putting them back on the mounting plate, putting them on the engine, and sealing up the engine as well. So this might be like a 2-day thing, depending on how much time I have. But it'll all be in one video, so it doesn't matter for you. But, yeah. About to rebuild carbs today. I've already sanded down the frame, got that ready to go, and lining up a time to when I can drop it off at the powder coaters. So let's get to these carbs though, first and foremost. So come take a look. Here we go. So I've already put this one back together fully and gave the top hats a nice polish. But yeah, I mean, this one's fully back together. Slides in and all that good stuff. So, getting ready to put these two back together. And this one needs to fully go back together. However, it's kind of like the what it'll look like when it's done fully with the filter on it and everything. Paint came out pretty nice, if I do say so myself. Some places it could have been better, but this thing will probably touch some other things, so hopefully it doesn't chip off, but it is what it is. It's just black paint. As long as it looks better than it did before, that's all I cared about, really. But let me set you guys down. Probably time-lapse this because you saw me take it apart. So I'll time-lapse it and I'll pick it back up. Let's go. Alright, so kind of go over this pretty quickly. This one will need a gasket, bowl, seal, not that one. Thanks. From the factory, I believe the jets were a 110 and a 40. And for some reason in this kit there is a 112 and a 43. So we'll go with what's closest to factory. That's usually what happens when you get an aftermarket setup, pretty much. But I think that's all we'll use. Oh, let me put this one back. Open this up. And that and we'll open this up. This situation, this is all that we should need. So this will go in face it this way. This goes in the float area. This goes in the float, goes into here like this. Float would be, so it would be like this. You can see. Uh-oh. Anyway, you get the idea. So we'll reuse the or we'll use the new washer, and also look at that filter. Clean, unlike what was in there. So we'll put that in. 12 mil should be, or 10 mil. Perfect. Got that in now. So, like I said, got the new float and a new pin. Old pin, new pin. All right. And before we do this, we need to get our needle, float needle, stick it on the tab inside there, like that. And there's 2 holes that this pin goes all the way through. So we gotta line it up. Might need some persuasion. It's in there. It's so close. Yeah. There we go. All right. So we got the needle in there. Boom. Perfect. Now we will go to the jets. 112. Oh, nope. Skip something. We've got to use the washer from the old jets because the kit actually didn't come with a washer for the new one. So, and we've also got to reuse the air jets that were on the inside of the carb. So dig those out. I mean, look at this. This is the old one. It's supposed to be a filter on the bottom of that. It's green. Screws, definitely need screws. That is the old Pilot in Maine. And these are the new air ones. But yeah. So washer, actually, let me hit this with the pad. Kind of take off any rust or corrosion that could be on it. Alright. Much better. Should be going with the 112. Sorry, I keep bringing it out of frame as a tool bag lands on my foot. All right, tighten these up. Sweet. And actually, we could, we'll come back on that side, actually. Oh, nope, skipping a step again. So this is probably the hardest part, just because this thing doesn't want to stay still, and it's a little bit hard to get these in there, but these are the air jets. The 80, I know, is the smaller one, and then there's a 225. The 225 goes on the top, the 80 goes on the bottom, and then there's like a latch screw for something that, like a cover plate screw. But I didn't have cover plates, so yeah, this one's tricky. You kind of have to like wiggle it and get it into place. So if you can see, those are the two, and then that's where the cover plate would go. And then also 2 new jets and the float. So then after that, it'll just be the seal and put the bowl on, put the slide on, diaphragm and spring back, then the cap, and get it back on this. So I'll probably time lapse that. I've already got these put back together, so I'll time lapse that and show you guys the or last but not least, got to put these on so I can put them all in order and then put them on there. But yeah, like I said, time lapse it and you guys will see the end product. Also, show you guys real quick, I do have a manual. Like I was saying earlier, these are the main air jets, A and B, and that's what was on the inside, A, B. Then there's the pilot jet, or there's the pilot jet, no washer. Main jet has a washer, so we reused the ones that came off of it. And pretty much just following this, you know, this is the, of course, disassembly, but you follow it to reassemble it, and then there's the full breakdown right there. So that's definitely making this easier. I mean, it's time consuming no matter what, but it's definitely making it easier. So back to the time lapse. All right, just like that, carbs are fully rebuilt, ready to go back on the motor. Took some getting used to and kind of reading the book and stuff like that. I actually had to look at the diagram quite a bit to remember how everything went, and apparently I didn't have any of the cover plates, so that took a while to recognize that I didn't have it. But here they are in all their glory. They came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. Kind of wish that I redid some hardware, but you get the gist. Like I said, it looks a lot better. Then when it came apart, sadly I couldn't find a kit to replace the chokes and stuff like this, but I was able to polish the rod out. So yeah, it's ready to go back onto this thing right here. But before we do that, as you can see, it needs some gaskets. And I feel like we've got the world's oldest gasket kit. This is a motor gasket kit by Athena. And I mean, this is pretty old. But, oh yeah. This gasket kit was made in 98. October 3rd, 98. But yeah, so as you can see there, I got the gasket kit. Got boots. I've got the oil filter plug, a high flow oil filter, new spring, valve cover gasket. Got some kind of dress up hardware to replace some of the ugly things. So yeah, next is putting everything into the motor, and then sadly it'll be covered up because frame gets painted, tank gets painted. Yeah, so let's go ahead and knock out these gaskets.